So I know somebody has knowledge of somebody wanting to connect or hack my clean life and attach things to my life that I do not want attached. I am requesting this case to be dropped, dismissed, or overturned. And I'm requesting this judge with my lawyer to give me a physical name change ability to Robert Spears. SpiritBusTours.com. And I think I'm coming into the closing arguments here. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. When I was let go, when they arrested me out here, this is going to continue for a little bit, Your Honor, so please excuse me, because this does give you the basis of, unless you just want to just stop it right now and say we'll dismiss this case right now, I'd greatly appreciate that, but if not, we continue. When them people, two people in civilian clothes, two people in civilian pickup trucks, a black one and a white one, and one person that never showed his badge at all, in a Tennessee Highway Patrol vehicle, when they delivered me to Hamilton County Prison, they did not allow me to come back in my house or let officers come in my house to get shoes, to get shirts, to get my wallet, my identification. They never even checked my ID. They never checked anything. My house keys, any money, any phone, anything. Nothing. He said, where you're going, you don't need nothing. In that exact tone. Why not? Even prisoners need commissary. You know, they have money in their, things that they locked up they could use to buy commissary in there. They have a bologna sandwich and a bag of chips with a cup of Kool-Aid for every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you don't get water or Kool-Aid, you get a little packet of stuff that you dump in a styrofoam cup, and then you got to go over to the sink, and the sink sprays over the toilet, and everything is covered with disgusting blood, and it's just disgusting. I cannot believe the health department don't shut that down, to remind you, because I've never seen a worse facility in my entire life. Obviously, I don't spend much time in prisons or visiting prison, because I'll tell you what, I would call the health department immediately and have that prison shut down for the health violations. Guaranteed, there's hundreds of them. Guaranteed. Hundreds of them. Anyway, I was removed there with nothing, and when released, 2 a.m., they said, oh, you can leave the prison. No bail, no bond, no fines. You could leave. I said, well, can I use a phone or a phone book or something to try to call somebody? Because I have nothing on me. Now I don't even have house keys. So I got to call a locksmith to try to get in, and then try to get money in my house and get paid a locksmith. And they said, no, we don't have any phone books here. And no, we don't have no phone you could use other than that collect one. I'm like, who in the heck is going to answer a collect call like a taxi cab company from a prison? I said, what do you mean? You brought me here successfully, then take me home successfully. Not that I want this place to take me home, but wow. Anyway, there's people in there that should not be in there. I'm not saying they didn't commit a crime. I'm not saying you didn't do your job. But I promise you, there's people in there. The length and duration of the time that they said they were in there, and from me seeing them in 2017 when I was in there for a couple hours on the same case, the same charges, everything was dismissed. I was let go, innocent, on the same permit form. Apparently, it's the same one, because I never made another one. So if anyone did, then it's somebody else's involvement. There was a guy in there 5 years for fighting. For a fist fight out in public. There's some old guy in there that doesn't belong in there. He walks around naked. just screaming, constantly walks around naked. There's mental facilities for someone like that. He doesn't belong in there. I don't visit prisons, and I'm not a criminal, so I can't really, say or why these people are there. But you people in this courtroom today, you should really take a tour of that facility, that lockdown facility, during the day and night, and make sure the guards or anybody in there doesn't know you're coming, because they'll clean the heck out of that place just to make you happy. But that's wrong. That's a cover-up of a crime. Okay, when moving the roommate out because of damage, not paying bills, owing me thousands of dollars in rent and bills, social security number, and in his text messages, that roommate, and I can get hundreds of people, hundreds of them, and I don't really interact with a lot of people, but I guarantee you I can get hundreds of people to write a statement saying that they know of me shopping in their stores or their restaurants, or working with them, or going to church with them, or anything, and I'm a very nice, respectful role model citizen. Even my roommate stated that in several text messages, but he never stated what his intent was here. That stuff matching that number is definitely a criminal. Let me just get to the closing arguments here. I'm going to try to the license stuff back, just to touch a little base of stuff on that with the license. Car dealers, the insurance companies, the people that do the registrations and the licenses, license plates, temporary tags and everything, they require you to have a driver's license to buy a car and fully document it in Tennessee. The DMV requires you to have a car to get a driver's license. I talked to both of them. There's no possible way that I can get a vehicle. And you know what the Tennessee Department of Transportation told me to do? Borrow a vehicle from somebody. You want me to go and beg to use somebody's vehicle to get my driver's license, which I'm going to have to do, I guess, because you won't allow me to buy one and fully document it on a state ID, which the magistrate said I could, and I tried. And then the DMV won't give me a driver's license test without a vehicle, and probably without a vehicle in my name, the way that goes. So there's been many circumstances of situations here that are really, really, really unjustified behavior by not I. Not I. Please, again, don't be the same here as that overzealous magistrate. Know what the extent of corrections that will affect me. Dismiss, drop, or overturn the charges, please. The corrections of a courtroom is like that of a, in my opinion, thank you, is like that as a police call to a loud disturbance music call. You'll check my criminal history, you'll check, how many people stand up for me or my family, or, how much caring unity I have. And this is my opinion, through my understanding of talking to people about understanding how the court system really works, involvement in cases like this over the last couple months. You set a level of corrections, 100%. We'll dismiss you and we'll put you on probation, and you'll have to, communicate with the probation office on any thing that might come up in your life that might resemble this or something. You set the level of corrections. 5 years in detention center. In that 5 years, I hope you read law books, and I hope you read a lot of different information and topics on what you've done wrong, and you come out eventually on a parole board that you never will ever do that again because of the information that you learned while you were detained or incarcerated. I'm a very strong-willed person, role model citizen, volunteers and attends church, all the football games, sport games, 5 years of hundreds and hundreds of receipts of Chattanooga businesses, never caused a problem, never caused somebody to have a cost of money value against them. Again, I joined a legal plan and things like that to prevent this. One more thing before I finally come to the ending of discussion of this, which I think I clearly demonstrated the value of possibilities of what could have happened, of an involvement of applying for a gun permit when I didn't need a gun permit. I have one. And alias names and everything, I involved that. Any names that I was using for auditions or anything, and I even think they did question me about that back in 2017, and I told them about it, and they investigated it. I'm even shredding documents so they don't go out to the garbage. You can ask the mayor and people in the city of Chattanooga council members. Tuesday they have meetings, and I go online when they have the online meetings, and I'll participate in them, and I'll talk to them about, or put my input in, if they needed it, about certain topics. A year or two ago, I did that with the homeless. And these are just some topics of the homeless situation that went up 80% in 1 year. I don't know what happened there, if it